Alright, I know what I said. I've seen all the video requests, but this is something I could not pass up on talking about. Now, if you guys don't know, a lot of these Mount Rushmore pics have been going around on the internet. I've seen one for Nickelodeon, I've seen one for Cartoon Network, there's one for anime. Now, I know this is an anime channel, so I'm obviously going to talk about the anime portion of these Mount Rushmores, but before I get into that, I want to briefly go over the Nickelodeon and Cartoon one as well, because it will provide some context. Just stay with me. So the first Mount Rushmore we have is a Nickelodeon one, putting Hey Arnold, Rugrats, Fairly OddParents, and SpongeBob. Now, at first glance, this looks solid, right? I mean, these are all top tier shows from Nickelodeon. If you are familiar with them, you know the deal. But there's something missing. Where is the Avatar? Where is Aang? Now, I know a lot of people have been mentioning this on the internet as well, and I completely agree. How is the Avatar not a part of the Mount Rushmore of Nickelodeon? This makes no sense whatsoever. Avatar is one of the most popular shows to come out of Nickelodeon. It obviously has the branding, it has the popularity, it has the quality. There is nothing missing from Avatar: The Last Airbender. But somehow it didn't make the Nickelodeon Mount Rushmore. Now let me say this. I hope we can all agree that Avatar deserves to be on the Mount Rushmore of Nickelodeon, but who are we going to take off? Now, if you're a youngin', you're probably saying, Hey Arnold, and I'll give you a pass for speaking such blasphemy. Hey Arnold is a classic, it deserves to be here. Rugrats deserves to be here as well. It's an instant classic. We all know the movies with the orange VHS tape. Come on, let's stop playing around. We know what these shows have really done. Fairly OddParents is another top tier cartoon coming out of Nickelodeon, and SpongeBob is the GOAT. It is the top figure. It is the Mario to the Nintendo. It is what Mickey Mouse is to Disney. SpongeBob is the face of Nickelodeon. You should not be arguing that at all. So who do we remove for Aang? Well, this is the anime channel, so y'all figure that out in the comments, but we're gonna move right on to Cartoon Network. This is ugly. I'm just gonna call it for what it is. This is disgusting. However, I will give you a pass. Whoever created this, I will give you a pass if you are a 2000s baby, because I can understand. Listen, this is your era, this is your time, I'll let it rock. But if you are a 90s baby, looking at this right here, eyebrows should be raised, alarms should be going off, because we have Gumball, Adventure Time, regular show in Steven's universe, representing all of Cartoon Network. Hey, let me tell y'all something right now. First of all, where's Ed, Ed, and Eddie? How the hell did they not make the Mount Rushmore of Cartoon Network? This is an anime channel. Toonami, last time I checked, was a part of Cartoon Network. Well, let's not forget that shows like Dragon Ball Z were aired on Toonami. How is Toonami not on the Mount Rushmore of Cartoon Network? At least put the robot, for crying out loud. Put the mascot, put Tom up there. But I guess not. I guess regular show is doing more work than Toonami. Let me list a couple of shows here. Codename Kid Next Door, Teen Titans, Billy and Mandy, Samurai Jack, Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Laboratory, Code Lyoko. You mean to tell me that all 4 of these shows are better than every single show I just named? This list is horrible if you're a 90s baby. But if you're a 2000s baby, it's okay. Whatever, I'll give you another pass. Now that's enough talking about American cartoons, because I know why you guys are here. Let's get into the anime. Alright, so we have a popular hip-hop account, My Mixtapes, dropping this Mount Rushmore for anime strictly in the West. And that matters. You have Dragon Ball Z, you have Bleach, you have Naruto, you have One Piece, everybody's there. And they listed this as the GOATs of anime. Now hold on, because I know a lot of you guys are gonna say, well, these are just shonen anime. There's way more genres of anime that are getting blown off. Let me address that for you. These 4 shows are considered gateway anime. They literally are the reason why anime is this big today. It's the reason why you guys are reading manga on underrated shows. It's the reason why people are going into different shows and figuring out different genres that they like, whether it is slice of life, sports, whatever you like to watch that is not a shonen anime. We cannot disrespect the shonen genre. It is the reason why people in the West care about anime as much as they do. Now, initially, I agreed with this Mount Rushmore because these shows are top tier. I don't have a problem with it. I don't know if these are ranked in any sort of way, but as long as these top 4 shonen here are representing how popular anime was in the West for its time, and it still is getting more popular, I'm okay with it. However, when I looked at the replies, not only did I see some of the most blasphemous tweets ever written, but I've seen contradictions to this Mount Rushmore that made me question, what's the criteria for a Mount Rushmore? Well, let's look at the replies to get a better understanding. Alright, so first comment we have here is that One Piece can be removed. Complete blasphemy. We have another person saying, remove Luffy and put Midoriya. I'll die on this hill. I want no parts of being around that hill. Don't let me know the location. I don't want to be around there because I know the people that are going to be there have to be chaotic. It's going to be bad energy, bad vibes. I want nothing to do with it. You don't say that when we're talking about the Mount Rushmore of anime. We have another tweet here that's Xing out Luffy, Ichigo, and Goku and just highlighting Naruto. So clearly this is a Naruto fan to the max, the highest tier, but clearly this fan is delusional because if we look at the anime to the right of Naruto, it's the highest in manga sales of all time. If we look at the anime to the left of Naruto, Goku is literally an inspiration for Naruto's character. We know Goku and Vegeta are an inspiration for the Naruto and Sasuke rivalry. We know what it is. And if we look at Bleach, we can also talk about how Bleach is part of the big 3. The big 3 is One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. So I don't understand how you can X all these shows out and just leave Naruto there. That's crazy. Lastly, we have another tweet here saying, I can agree with this, but Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter deserve to be up there too. Which they're not wrong, but this is where we have to understand the criteria for the Mount Rushmore. Now, if we look at the original Mount Rushmore, who's there? We have 4 former presidents of the United States that are all known for something, whether it's the Declaration of Independence, being the first president, economic growth, the abolition of slavery. All of these things speak to what they have done, and this is why their faces are carved into this rock. The reason why I mention that is because if we look at the 4 listed here, they all have their certain qualities that have put them here. Now, I believe that Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter are both great shows, but if we're talking about the Mount Rushmore of anime, there has to be a certain standard that has to be met. And the quality of the anime clearly is not the only criteria that is required, because if that were the case, then it would just be top tier quality anime that are there and not the most popular one. I also believe that my mixtapes was going off of the branding, the popularity of the anime, also having an impact on the culture and not just of how quality the anime is. But if we move forward with that premise that we need to consider both quality and branding, then this Mount Rushmore is actually wrong. Now you guys might be saying, Rob, whoa, what are you talking about? There is one show that definitely deserves a spot in this Mount Rushmore. Now for the Shonen Showdown viewers that have watched the If Anime Shows Were People skit series, I'm gonna ask you guys right now, which anime is the most disrespectful in that whole skit series? If you said Pokemon, you're damn right.
Here we go.
It's that when we look at sales, there's nothing left for me to say. And there's a reason why I make Pokemon like that. Because if we talk about the branding of Pokemon, there is no anime ever that's been created that is on the level of Pokemon in terms of branding. When it comes to branding in the anime industry, every show here wishes to be like Pokemon in terms of popularity. Pokemon is the blueprint for branding, not quality, just branding. And if we recognize Pokemon as a powerhouse, it deserves to be in the Mount Rushmore of anime in the West. I'm sorry, it is what it is. Now I know what a lot of you guys are saying. Rob, Pokemon's more known for the video games, the cards, not really the anime. And what I would say is, yes, it is more known for the video games and the cards. You're absolutely right. But the anime was also very, very popular for its time. Now, it was more marketed towards the younger kids. So as people got older, they started to fall off, but you still stuck with the games. You still stuck with the cards. Pokemon cards right now, as I speak, are going for more than 100,000 US dollars. Do you not understand how insane that is? Pokemon as a brand is the biggest in anime history. Now, this is a hill I will die on. I'm going to go as far to say that Ash and or Pikachu have as recognizable of a face as the characters that sits all the way to the right, SpongeBob. I believe that SpongeBob in the West is as recognizable as a Pikachu. Do you not understand what that means? Now, the Pokemon anime was not as quality as the 4 that sit here, but the branding automatically puts it in the Mount Rushmore because everybody knows Pikachu, everybody knows Ash, everybody knows Pokemon. Now, the question here is, who do we remove for Pokemon? I can't tell you who we're gonna remove, but I can tell you who stays. Dragon Ball Z has an automatic seat. There's nothing that you can say that can remove Dragon Ball Z seat. And the reason why I say that is because Dragon Ball Z is the Michael Jordan of the anime industry. What does that mean? I believe Dragon Ball Z has transcended anime. It's the only anime where you can go to a convention and the only anime that's represented at that convention is Dragon Ball Z. It is one of the only anime that has a community that strictly only cares about this one show and are still making content on it, still going crazy about it. It is a powerhouse. It inspired so many shows that came after it. Goku is a household name. For people that don't watch anime, they still know Goku. They still know what a Super Saiyan is. They still know about Kamehameha. This is how popular and iconic Dragon Ball Z is. So it stays, and the closest to it in the West was Naruto. Naruto to me is like Kobe Bryant. The closest thing that we've seen to Michael Jordan's career with a similar playing style. Naruto came up right after Dragon Ball Z and was putting up numbers. Everybody was obsessed with Naruto, super popular. It came down to a point where people were talking about Naruto running on the news. Naruto is top tier as well. Very, very popular, quality anime. It deserves a spot here in the West. So this leaves Bleach and One Piece. Now, if you've been watching this channel for a while, you already know my favorite anime here. My favorite anime is One Piece. I think One Piece is the greatest anime I've ever seen, but I have to keep it above. One Piece got one of the worst anime rollouts in the West. Now, if we remember, Dragon Ball Z came into the US with the Funimation dub, started going crazy. Naruto got the great dub as well, started going crazy. And we look at One Piece. Which English dub did One Piece get? One Piece got the short end of the stick. It got the 4Kids dub, and that turned everybody away from One Piece because it was super censored. They changed the story. The voice acting was not up to par with the rest, and One Piece just got a bad rap. That's what it was. And as a One Piece fan, I have to be honest here. One Piece did not reach Dragon Ball Z and Naruto levels until way after, and that's strictly because of the dub. And this is another hill I will die on, because I believe if One Piece got the same rollout as Dragon Ball Z and Naruto, the same quality of voice acting and everything, it easily would have been on the same par of those shows, if not higher. That is a hill I'll die on, but in the case of this Mount Rushmore, it definitely is on the chopping block. Now, for everybody that's watching this that is outside of the US, you understand what I'm saying, because One Piece is bigger all around the world, just not as big in the US because it had a bad rollout. Bleach is another top tier shonen, but it's also on the chopping block next to One Piece. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because Bleach had a disgusting amount of filler. Well, Naruto had filler too. Yes, Naruto had filler too, but Naruto's quality moments were higher and they were more impactful in the West. I'm not saying which show is better. Don't get me wrong. This is not my top 4 anime or anything like that. All I'm telling you guys is that the Mount Rushmore here must encompass quality and branding. So I believe One Piece or Ichigo has a chance of getting swapped out for Pokemon, because Pokemon needs a spot on this list. There's no way Pokemon cannot be on the Mount Rushmore of anime in the West. It is locked in. Now, there was actually another Mount Rushmore that was going around, and this was the new gen version. It looks like we have Tanjiro from Demon Slayer, Deku from My Hero Academia, Itadori from JJK, and Asa from Black Clover. What can I say? This must be talking about the new gen only, because they're saying these 4 carrying anime right now. Fine. I believe that One Piece is still alive and well. It's still thriving. The Wano arc is still going crazy. So I believe that One Piece should have a spot on this list somewhere. But if we're only going off of new gen anime, I'm okay with this. So you guys let me know down in the comment section below, which Mount Rushmore do you agree with, disagree with? The Cartoon Network one by far was the worst one I have ever seen, but it's okay. I'll give that person a pass if they were born in the 2000s. But if they were born in the 90s and they made that, I have nothing to do with that person. Leave me alone. All jokes though, man. You guys, thank you so much for showing so much support to the channel. And with that, I'll see you next time. Peace.